Today I'm going to show you how to complete the Supervisor's Report of Injury form for traumatic emotional exposure. Fill out traumatic exposure SRI paperwork if the call was especially traumatic and not run-of-the-mill, or if you're having trouble emotionally. Advocate for yourself so that you can get the help that you need. It's important to note that you should complete and submit this form after you've already completed the letter to the chief for traumatic emotional exposure. Also note that the form will time out after 20 minutes, so you should have this information prepared in advance of opening the form to avoid having to start all over again. It would be frustrating if you were to catch a run and your progress was gone when you return. To get to the letter to the chief form, navigate to the city intranet by typing in citytalk.minneapolismn.gov in your browser. We recommend using Google Chrome. Once you're on the CityTalk homepage, select Government at the top center of the page to open the drop-down menu. Select Forms from the drop-down options. Once you reach the Forms page, select the W from the page navigation to go to that section. The SRI form is under W. Select the document titled Workers' Compensation Supervisor's Report of Injury. To open the SRI form, click the link in the document that says Online Form to Report Work-Related Injuries. You can also get to the SRI form from the FireM drive. To do so, go to the Start button on your City computer. Select Documents from the Start menu. Go to the options underneath this PC and select City Common Documents drive. This is the M drive. Once there, double-click the Fire folder. Next, select the Fired Shared Documents folder. Then select Forms MFD Forms Index. Once there, double-click the yellow folder titled SRI Supervisor's Report of Injury. Finally, select the link that reads SRI Link New, open in Google Chrome. Once you have opened the SRI form, go to the first section titled Event Details. In the What Type of Event Do You Want to Report field, click the magnifying glass to open the options. A pop-up will appear. Click the radio button next to Workers' Comp to select that option, then click Select to save your choice. More fields will appear. In the Employee Involved field, add your own name and any other persons involved. Use the plus or minus buttons to add or remove names. Once the pop-up appears, search for an employee by typing in the name or employee number. Then click Search. Another pop-up will appear confirming the employee information that you searched for. Select the radio button next to the employee's name, then click Select. Click OK to confirm your choice. Next, in the Employee Phone Number field, type in your phone number. In the Date of Event field, click the box to search the calendar for the date of the incident. You can also manually type in the date. Add the time of event in the next field. Click the clock icon and then use the arrows to select the time of the event. In the Department field, type in 280, which is the fire department code. Select the 280 fire selection that appears. In the Event Division field, use the magnifying glass to search for your fire shift. You should choose Fire Shift A, Fire Shift B, or Fire Shift C from the options that will appear. Another way to complete this form is to type in the shift code. The shift codes are as follows. Shift A is 280 FSHA, Shift B is 280 FSHB, and Shift C is 280 FSHC. You can manually type in the shift coding and then click the correct option that appears from the drop-down. Next, go to the Location Where Event Occurred field and type in the location. In the field, Describe Current Event in detail, copy and paste the subject content from your letter to the chief. Next, go to the Was an Injury Involved field. Select Yes from the drop-down. More fields will appear. In the How Were You Injured field, type in Emotional Trauma. In the What Parts of Your Body Were Injured field, type Mental Status. In the What Type of Medical Treatment Did You Receive, select None from the drop-down. A notice will appear telling you to contact Workers' Compensation if you receive treatment later. If this is the case, the chief will update the form on your behalf. In the Did the event involve exposure to blood or body fluids field, select No from the drop-down. In the Were there any unsafe tools, vehicles, machines, objects, substances, or process practices involved in the event field, select No from the drop-down. You've now reached the Workers' Compensation Event section. Type in your job title in the Job Title at the Time of Injury field. Select No from the drop-down in the Does Anything Impact Your Regular Pay Rate field. Select Yes or No in the field Does the employee have other employment outside of the city? If you said yes, type in your other employment in the field that appeared. Select No from the drop-down in the Are you reporting a potential safety hazard or equipment malfunction field. Select Yes or No in the field Is this a reoccurrence of a prior injury? If you said yes, type in the prior injury date in the new field that appeared. Select Yes or No in the field Is this a motor vehicle event? If you said yes, type in the case number in the new field that appeared. Select No from the drop-down in the Was there property damage field. Select No from the drop-down in the Was event caused by a non-city employee field. Next, in the What corrective actions would you take to prevent this in the future field, you can copy and paste your answer from the letter to the chief, or write none if there is nothing you could have done differently. In the Date Supervisor Notified field, click the box to search the calendar for the date of the incident. You can also manually type in the date. In the Supervisor Name on Date of Accident field, add the supervisor's name. Use the plus or minus buttons to add or remove names. Once the pop-up appears, search for an employee by typing in the name or employee number, then click Search. Select No in the Lost Time from Work field. The chief can revise the form if there is lost time later. In the next field, enter your name in relation to the employee if you are not the employee preparing the form. Otherwise, leave this field blank. Next, add the name of witnesses to the incident if there were any. Use the plus or minus buttons to add or remove names. When the pop-up appears, type in the witness's last name, first name, and contact information. Click OK to save. In the field, Is this a federal disaster response with a mutual aid partner? Select No from the drop-down. And finally, after reading the acknowledgement statement, select Yes. There are no required files to attach. Now you can move ahead to the summary. Click the Summary button at the bottom center of the screen. When the pop-up appears, scroll to review all the information you've completed. Once you're done reviewing, click the Submit button in the bottom right corner of the pop-up window. You've now submitted the form. That wraps up how to complete the Supervisor's Report of Injury for Traumatic Emotional Exposure.